Mm. We are back. We are so back. What time is it right now? It is the 14th and it's 7:38 in the morning, man. I'm eating motherfucking leftover pizza and shit. Anyways, back to Michigan and Sherrod Moore. There's a lot of crazy shit going on. I know we've been talking about it for quite some time now. Don't worry, we're gonna be talking about a whole lot of stuff too. Michigan has a few coaching candidates, right? And you guys know me. I don't want the guy from Alabama. What's his name? Dolber. We don't want that bum. We don't want you over here. The Arizona Sun Devils head coach.
I mean, I love this place. Like I said, my is that a long enough pause? But this place is it's a special place to me.
Arizona State. His record it's Kenny Dillingham. I like him a little bit personally. My main issue with him is obviously he doesn't have enough accolades. Now, he did win the Big 12 last year, and I really enjoyed how that team played. He ran the ball. They played pretty good, solid football. And there's two things that I've been talking about with some people earlier, right? One, if you get a seasoned head coach who's been there for years, he's in his 50s, 60s, whatever the case may be, motherfucker that left Ole Miss and went to LSU, right? He's barely won some of the big games. He finally beat LSU this year, but this year was a bad year. Actually, they beat them 2 years in a row. LSU's been bad for quite some time. He hasn't beaten Georgia, at least not consistency that I can remember over the years. And Bama's been kicking his ass as well too, so they can't win those games. Now, they did beat Oklahoma, but they were injured and stuff was going on. No excuses, you win the games that are ahead of you, no problem. My issue with him is his bowl game record is bad. His overall record as a head coach is not the best. And Kenny Dillingham, when you're coaching for your first time as an Arizona State head coach, which technically is not the best or even close to being one of the best football programs in college football, it's not.
I was also thinking, don't be surprised if that Texas job opens up at the end of the season. You guys were shocked when LSU opened up. Imagine how you're going to feel if that job in Austin pops open. I'm not calling or saying anyone's going to get fired. Maybe a mutual parting of ways. You dig? Anyway, you guys have a great Monday.
They're probably somewhere in the 20s when it comes to being a good football program. For some people, that's better than being a white Rainbow Warriors or San Diego State or something like that. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? No problem. But for you to win a conference in your second year as head coach, let me make sure I'm right about this. Second year, he got there in 2023. They were 3-9 overall, and they were 2-7 in the conference. The Big 12 is, to me, and I've said this over the years, is better than the ACC. I don't care about you old goofballs that are talking about, back in the 80s and the 90s. Listen, we're 2025 now. And for the last 4 to 5 years, the Big 12 has been more consistent than the ACC. Let's just get that out of the way right now. And this year, if I'm not mistaken, right now, the Big 12 has who? Texas Tech is in there. Let's check the playoff bracket again. I can't remember the teams from the Big 12 that are there right now off the top of my head. Let me see. Standings. So we got Texas Tech, Big 12. BYU did not get in. They were 11-2. Utah was 10-2. Houston was inconsistent, but they're 9-3. Arizona was 9-3. They're inconsistent, but they can beat you. And Arizona State was 8-4. So you got to recruit your ass off just to be in the top 5 in that conference. TCU was 7th or 8th in that conference. Cincinnati started off the year pretty good. We bet on them a few times. They fell to 7-5. And Baylor was 5-7. And Baylor was putting up a lot of points. And then if I go to the ACC right now, which Duke actually won that conference, which is insane, and allowed Miami to get in through technicalities. Duke won the conference. They're 8-5. Duke stinks. Their quarterback was pretty cool. I told y'all he was a little bit decent, but that team stinks. Virginia was 10-3. Miami is 10-2. Pittsburgh was 8-4. SMU is 8-4. Georgia Tech is 9-3. Now, when these bowl games happen, we have to go back and check if the Big 12 is playing any ACC teams, because I really want to show and prove again to these idiots that don't understand college football that the Big 12 is better than the ACC from here on out going forward for the last 4 to 5 years. Hands down. So for him to be able to do that in the second year without the money that he has, Michigan has resources. They have a good staff. I don't know what he's going to do with the staff, what he's going to keep, what not keep. I think Wink is definitely going to be there. Lindsey's definitely going to stay. It only makes sense to keep those guys so far, right? Some of the other guys like offensive line coach, receiver coach, DB coach got to stay, defensive line coach got to stay. Anybody else there that was around Sharon is Sharon guys, I think are going to be out of there. Sad to say, but it's going to have to happen. And then this has to go on and happen before the transfer portal opens, because that's going to be a headache that we don't want to see. And that happens in a few days and in the next 2 weeks. So we have to move pretty fast. So Big 12 Coach of the Year, he has some accolades already and he just started. He's the offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, and this is what we need. And obviously if the Indiana head coach was available, we would definitely buy him out and take him, but that's almost impossible. He has to focus on winning a championship right now. They can't focus on him leaving there and causing them to not go undefeated and possibly win the whole damn thing, right? Which that's an insane thing that he did. In Indiana from nothing to a playoff team last year, obviously with the extension. I think they were 8th or 7th in the country last season. And now they're number 1 and they beat Ohio State and Oregon at a shootout with Penn State and won the whole conference. No one would have ever told you that that was possible. After watching them throughout the season, maybe. But 2 years ago, last year even, if someone would have said, hey, I'm an Indiana Hoosier guy, we're going to win the Big Ten, I would have slapped that guy. Are you kidding me? Oh, hell no. And they ended up doing it, so congratulations to Indiana. But
becoming the first Heisman Trophy winner in the history of this program means what to you?
It means a lot to me. However, I think it means more to the people of Bloomington, the donors, the alumni, the students, and my teammates.
But my family's unconditional love and belief kept me going and pushed me forward. These are the people who built me long before football did. Mommy, this is your trophy as much as it is mine. You've always been my biggest fan. You're my light, you're my why, you're my biggest supporter. Your sacrifices, courage, love, those have been my first playbook and the playbook that I'm gonna carry through my side through my entire life.
That's an amazing coaching hire, and that's the part of what coaching could do for you. So can Kenny Dillingham come here and do some things? Maybe. I mean, I like this style of coaching. We can go over it in another video, but to me, he's the candidate for me. I don't want the Boer guy. I'm sorry, he's not it. You know what I mean? So that's it for the coaching hire. That's pretty much what I'm looking at right now. Lastly, before we go, Michigan basketball just played Maryland. I was not worried, but boy, was that a rough game. We were down at half, and I think we were down almost 10 points in the second half early on. They had to do it on their team. Let's go through the stats right now. He was shooting threes. I thought he was a motherfucking alien. He did not miss, man. Maryland is 6-5 now, but they're not a bad team. That is not a bad basketball team. They might be an undisciplined basketball team, but they're not a bad basketball team. Yaxel Lindenborg, 37 minutes, had 29 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. He went 9 for 9 from the free throw line. Amazing. 4 for 5 from 3. I thought he missed 2, but he only missed 1 3-pointer. He went 8 for 11 from field goal range, 3 blocks, 2 steals, and 1 turnover. That is a first round draft pick type of shit, right? That's first round draft pick caliber. Cadeau now. I told people that were North Carolina fans, we don't want Cadeau for points. 8 points, 10 points, fine. It's when he scores that matters for us, and the assist. Just get the assist and shoot the threes and drive to the lane whenever you can, but his consistency sometimes is a little bad. Like it's cute on the court, like he's driving to the basket. I don't know what he's aiming at, if he's aiming to score or just trying to get the ball to the rim. I don't know what it is sometimes. He throws the ball forward and it goes out of bounds too much. Just dribble the ball up court, it's fine. We can catch them off guard at certain points of time, but you don't always have to just dribble and pass the ball. You're the guard. dribble the ball up the court. There's nothing wrong with that. Dribble the ball up court, set up the offense, okay? Turnovers. He had 3. It seemed like he had more, but it didn't look too good in the first half, okay? Just take your time, dribble the ball up court, you're fine. Mara, the center, 18 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists in 25 minutes. Went 8 for 10, 3 for 3 from the free throw line, 2 blocks, 2 turnovers. The only issue I have with Mar right now, and I said this on Twitter as well, is when he's catching the ball in the post, sometimes he goes towards the ball, then he gives up leverage, and then defenders behind him, and then he could allow somebody to come and count him in, right? And then he has to figure out, okay, ball to the basket, pass the ball out. Just stay right in the paint, push your weight down more in the paint, grab the ball, and move towards the basket while the ball's coming to you, and then you will be able to draw the foul and get a basket, okay? He has to learn on this. He has to work on his post moves, okay? Works on that. We don't lose no games. Had a pretty decent game, but we don't look for him to score too much. Just hit the threes when it's time. He went through pointer. Let me see. He went for 2 for 2 from 3. That's good. We don't need him to do too much. Same thing, right? He's a forward. He gets the ball in the post, takes an extra dribble, gets it stolen. Don't take an extra dribble. Get the ball, go right up and do the floater and go right into the basket. Do not take no extra dribbles while you're fighting in there and you're double teamed. Just go straight up, draw the foul, get to the free throw line, and one, whatever the case may be, don't take no extra dribbles. Do not take no extra dribbles, okay? Play has been kind of off. I don't know what's wrong with Gail. I've been asking that. If Gail does what Gail does, we win this game by motherfucking almost 30. If Gail does what the Gail is usually doing. Kaysen is playing his best basketball right now. I hate when he dribbles too much. He's better off just sitting around, shooting 3, dribbling into the basket, like straight driving to the basket. Once he starts dribbling and losing the ball, losing his handle, we don't want to see that. Just catch, shoot, catch, drive. That's it. And he's dangerous, okay? I like what Kaysen's doing right now. 18 minutes, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 for 4 from 3, which is pretty damn good. 4 for 5 from field goal range, and no turnovers, 1 steal. So shout out to Kaysen. Then we got McKenny. He had no point. That's fine. He's a true freshman. That's fine. Just don't do anything crazy. It was a rough environment for him, so we're not looking for him to do too much, but he got a rebound. He almost scored some baskets. He went 0 for 3 from field goal range, 0 for 2 from 3. But he's a true freshman. I'm not worried about that, okay? Come back next time and play a little bit stronger. And then Cheddar, you veteran. He hasn't been able to hit the threes the way we want him to, but good little 4 that you could add in there to give some guys some rest. He doesn't have to score too much. Cheddar shows up when we need him the most, and he gives us that fire that we need. He's like a fire starter. That's fine. Okay, that's the Michigan Wolverine players. And the Coit guy, 38 minutes, 31 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He went off. 10 from 20 from field goal range, 8 for 12 from 3, 3 for 3 from field goal range, and he only had 1 turnover, okay? I must have been, I don't know how tall this motherfucker is. He looks like he's like 5'9" out there. He was stepping back, spin, moving, grooving. His footwork was crazy. It's so hard to guard. And the fact that we're so lengthy and he was still able to put up 31 points just tells you like the amount of talent that is out here right now on even teams that are as bad, right, or as undisciplined as Maryland is amazing, because he pretty much held them on their back. The only other person with double digits was off the bench, and that was the other guard with Rice. I think that's the light skin dude with the fro. He had 10 and 15 points. Everybody else in the starting lineup had 8, 4, 7, and 3. So he had 31. So don't let this go over your heads, the guys who hate Michigan, and be like, oh, you guys didn't look that great against Maryland. They had fucking 11 to 12 threes at half, okay? It's amazing. You're not gonna see that. Not attempts. I'm talking about threes that went in the basket. So congratulations to them, man. They fought their asses off, and they're gonna be a tough team. They might sneak some people, man. I'm telling you. So that's it for Michigan news. Let me check the next Michigan game. I know we're gonna have a little bit of time off between the two. We play LaSalle on the 21st. We play McNeese State on the 29th, and they're a sneaky team, so we got to beat those guys. And we play USC January 2nd, Penn State January 6th, and Wisconsin January 10th. So that's around the birthday week. We're gonna see what we're gonna enjoy. Hopefully you guys have a great day, And subscribe to the channel. Show love to your boy everywhere. King DJ Tricks. I'm out, man.
Done. And then you look at Michigan sitting at number 2 in the country. Michigan has a legitimate chance, not just to win a national championship, but Michigan can be a team that can go undefeated. Michigan is that good. They guard you. They're talented. I mean, Michigan is one of those teams. They can roll the ball out and they can beat you. But then they can guard you and they can beat you. They can out-rebound you. They have stars in Jackson Lindenberg. I love what Coach Dusty May has put together.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? It's a new era of college ball as you see Justin Mullins, the senior, drill a deep one. With NIL, with transferring, you're not supposed to gel. Like, it's supposed to take you a while when you don't know everybody. So how's Dusty May doing it so well in Ann Arbor right now?
And that's what I love about Michigan. They play as if they've been playing together 2-3 years. They like each other. Their locker room is set. Every time before they go back to the locker room after when the half breaks, they huddle up before they go listen to Coach Dusty May. I love this team. They have great leadership in the Will Shedder and the Roddy Gale and the Amari Burnett. Jackson Lindenberg did not transfer to score. He transferred to win, and that matters when you think about the transfer portal. Some guys are out there in the portal. They want to go get paid. They want to go average 20 points, but some guys want to go win games. When you look at a Damar, Morris Johnson, and Jackson Lindenberg, those dudes want to win at the highest level.
Big take over there in the second half. Can you just talk about the confidence that you had in taking the ball in your own hands, really just driving that lead, and then also being able to spread the wealth when they started double teaming you, but also kicking out to LJ for a few threes, Elliott as well, and just how that really sparked in the second half?
I've been in a lot of positions like that last year where I was pretty much like the only hope on offense, and I just took it in my hands to reenact it like it was last year, but it's not. I have a lot of good shooters, good players on my team, and just being able to spread the wealth was easy. They're over there and they're all pretty good, so it's like give them the ball and let them work if I can't. So it's all good with me.